welcome to building a flood wall on a budget part 3. So now we're going to explain what we were doing and what we were talking about. Now we said we would cut these out and recess them in so that these here were flush with that, and that's what we've done. Now this bottom plate there will be cemented in, and these top posts will be removed when there's no flood. So if we're talking about a flood every 12 months or every 10 years or whatever, these posts will be put away and stored. So we're up to the cementing stage, so we just got to cement them in, cement that post in, cement the end in up here, so that'll be cemented in. Now sealing these between these logs, so that you can see these here will just fit in between there, and we'll just stack them on. So in between each one we'll have foam. This is builder's concrete foam, and it has a sticky back on it so that you can leave that on there permanently. As you can see, it sticks like shit to a blanket, so that'll be on there permanently, but we'll have a roll put aside. And when a flood comes, we just stack these into here on top of each other. So they'll just stack in on top of each other like that. There'll be foam between each one, and there'll be foam backing in the post here, in against the post. You can see I got a little bit of clearance in there. That's okay. Right, these holes will be filled in. That's okay because there'll be foam against there as well. Through each one of these, this will have a plate on it, and we'll have a bolt that'll lock them down, and we'll have another bolt that'll push these completely down so that they will be held in tight. So it didn't matter, this post isn't sitting straight yet, so once that post is straightened up in there, that'll close that gap up a bit. So you can see how our log wall is going to work. Water pressure down on the base of these here will hold a lot of it down as well, so we're there with that. I'm happy with those being on the outside, and the reason is that we're trying to direct water. We're not holding back water as such, because the water comes up out of this gully quite slow until it gets to here. So, but once it finds a way across here, it'll just go, right? So for us to get another 2 inches of water here, we have to have probably 100 square kilometres of places that will get flooded out with water before us. So that's what it does, is once it comes through here, it gets over that road, that hump in the road there where the car is. You can see that hump. Once it gets over that hump, it just goes. It goes through that paddock, it goes all the way through, and it'll flood another 200 properties. But that's they never flooded before the council put that thing there in there. So no one here flooded. Like, we never had the floods here like we have now until they did that. So that's why we're putting our flood wall. This flood wall here will go from here across to the creek there, so it's only a short distance. Stop it, and from there we'll end up going down to the bunya pines down there with it. So that's where we're up to. But they're not cemented in, they're not straight, but we just put them in there. Underneath those plates, I'll just elastic them onto the cement, because that'll last 100 years, and we'll have a 100-year flood wall. Catch ya.